Well, hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, I want to share with you the 5 books that have really had the greatest impact on my life. I've always been a big reader, and I just love how books can really help you to learn, grow, and even change the direction of your life. And I've read hundreds of books in the past few years, but today I really want to share with you the books that I took the most away from. So here we go. These are 5 books that changed my life. And for the record, these are in no particular order. Okay, let's start off with Essentialism. This book is all about minimalism and simplicity as it relates to your life. The core concept of this book is all about less but better. And it really challenges you to evaluate your life, identify what is a priority for you, and then to focus your energy and time on what matters and is going to make a difference. And as I've gone and applied that idea to my own life of focusing on what's important and eliminating the non-essential distractions, I really have found it to be a powerful tool. And one phrase that really stood out to me in talking about what opportunities we should say yes versus no to is, if it's not a hell yes, it should be a no. Especially as someone whose tendency is to try to do it all and to say yes to everyone, that was advice that I really needed to hear. And now it's a question that I've incorporated into my daily life, and I'll just ask myself as I'm making decisions. Another great book that I took a lot away from is Atomic Habits. And few books have impacted my day-to-day routine as much as this one. It dives in and looks at the impact of habits and how they can radically transform your life. But even more than that, it walks you through how to build habits that last and how to overcome common roadblocks to building or breaking habits. And one concept in it that I loved is that habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. And essentially that the effect of our habits multiplies as we repeat them day after day after day. Practicing a single healthy habit once isn't going to change your life. But if you consistently practice that habit and others over the course of days, months, and years, you will begin to see change and to grow. And next is the ruthless elimination of hurry. And if you've ever felt overwhelmed by the constant busyness of your life, this book is phenomenal. We live in a world and a culture where people wear their busyness like a badge of honor, but at the same time, we're not any happier or healthier or better off for it. In fact, this book argues that our health and our relationships with others are suffering as a result. And something that really stood out to me as I was reading it is that it addresses the why behind slowing down. When we consciously and intentionally slow our lives down, we create space for relationships with God, with ourselves, and with others. As John Mark Comer, the author, puts it, the solution to an overbusy life is not more time. It's to slow down and to simplify our lives around what really matters. The one note I'll add on this one is it is a faith-based book, so just know that going in, it is something that I do think that anyone can go in and read and get value from though. But just wanted to make sure you were aware going into it. And then next is The 4-Hour Workweek. And this is a book that I read quite a few years ago at this point, but it really introduced me to the idea of lifestyle design. And it encourages you to flip the script on your life from focusing on trying to hit certain financial goals to really designing and creating a life and lifestyle that you love. And I first read it pretty early on in college. I think I was either a freshman or a sophomore, and it really opened my eyes to the idea that there are alternatives to climbing the corporate ladder and just having a 9-to-5 that you go to day in and day out. As the author puts it, how is it possible that all the people in the world need exactly 8 hours to accomplish their work? It isn't. 9-to-5 is arbitrary. And so that idea of do you work to live or live to work really stood out to me and hit home. And so it's definitely a fascinating read that I got a lot from, and there are definitely some things that I kind of took what resonated with me and left some of it out, but definitely worth a read, and there were things that I do use on a daily basis as a result of reading that book. And then finally is The Total Money Makeover. And this book does such an incredible job of simplifying personal finance and giving practical and actionable advice on how to get out of debt and to build a strong financial future. This is a book that I read right around when Christopher and I first got married, and it really has been such an invaluable tool in helping us to save up and buy a house with 20% down before I was 25. And not just that, but the book has really helped us to avoid a lot of common financial pitfalls as well. And I'm a big fan of how it just takes a common sense, simple approach to personal finance and makes it something that's accessible and doable for anyone. And so the book really teaches you what good money habits are and how to implement them, and then it just challenges you to go out and do it for yourself. As Dave Ramsey puts it, winning at money is 80% behavior and 20% head knowledge. What to do isn't the problem. Doing it is. Most of us know what to do, we just don't do it. And so this book really has had just a huge impact on our lives, and I love that it keeps things simple and straightforward for the people of the world like me who just aren't all about numbers and finances. It just gives you a simple path that you can follow that, if you do, really can help you build for the future. All right, well, those are 5 books that have really had a profound impact on my life. But now I want to know, what books have changed your life? Be sure to leave them in a comment below and let me know. I'm always looking for great new books to add to my reading list. And if you enjoyed today's video and haven't already, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and thank you guys all so much for coming along with me. I'll see you in the next one.